children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon, and this week we have our full moon going through Cancer, but also giving us a good bit of Leo energy as well. And I feel like that really is going to highlight our chest, our heart chakra, and opening up our heart chakra and getting things moving. It's definitely a movement kind of time, especially given our new moon leading up into this. Now it's time to clear the path. And I have a little side story as well correlating with the weather. Here we had a deep freeze for over a week. It was below zero temperatures, and the air had gotten so thin because it was so cold that all of my tires started going flat. One of them actually ended up going completely flat, and it was sitting on ice, so it was really difficult to get it filled back up again. And all around town, like that whole week, I was driving around looking for an air compressor that was open and available, but there was no air to compress, so they were all out. Nothing was working. We couldn't even get our air compressor to work here for the time, so really what we had to do was just wait until we got to our warmer temperatures, and now the thaw is starting to take hold, and everything is starting to move a little bit easier. Now I got air in the tires, I went and I washed the car, and just got everything really cleaned up after everything had gotten frozen and stagnated in place. So I think that's also another really good message for our week here in our full moon, and I think we're gonna have a really good time. So let's get into our reads. Okay, Pisces, I have a special message for you, Virgo to Pisces. You just woke up, huh? You just woke up and everything was a mess, and you realized that you had all of this stuff to do before you could get to where you wanted to already be. And honestly, I had to just Virgo out this whole morning. I was looking at my office and it was torn apart in a mess, so I just wanted to organize and clean my office. And I moved some things around, and I ended up cleaning in the bedroom, and then I had some things in the bedroom that needed to go down into the bathroom, so then I started organizing in the bathroom. And then I came back upstairs into the office, and I looked around and I'm like, well, I have everything already moved, so I'm gonna dust and I'm gonna vacuum. And we did all of these things, and we really pushed through some uncomfortable parts of the day just to pull ourselves together enough to get here, to show up, to get started, get moving. I just thought I'd share that because it felt very much like you. And all of the things that we're trying to do right now, all 10 pentacles, we are scooping them up. Scooping them all up and putting them in our pockets. Building, saving up for the big dreams. The big foundations. I really I'm pulled to the arch in this card today. The archway surrounding this. The strongest structures. Yes. That's what we're working towards, Pisces. That's why it's half the deck. It's so important. A story told and a story untold. First we got a mass of cards untold over here that fell out first, but we also have a story told that came out as well, which is also a mass of cards. So let's get into it. Starting off, story told. We want the world. We want the whole world. We want to hold it in our hands and know that it belongs to us. We want to take control of our foundations, our structures, and our universe, and start to shape it and mold it into our vision, our dream. But it's going to take some power exchange in order to accomplish this. Not everybody's going to be happy about exchanging power here. But the Queen of Wands brings victory. that feminine fire that comes from our 8 energy, from the Pisces dream world. All of that stuff she holds firmly, and because she holds it so firmly, like, I'm really drawn to that whip right now on that Queen of Wands there. She is whipping it up into shape. Like I said, we had to do some work to get here, Pisces, and we overslept and we had to put it in double time to get it all done, but we showed up, we look correct, and we are gonna win. Ace of Wands. This is the beginning. This is the start. This is us getting moving, getting what we need, what we want. Total power and control over everything. And not in a negative way, in a very balanced, feminine, loving, nurturing way with this Empress. She has enough fire power in her hands to manage kingdoms. We're stepping into that power. What starts off with this Knight of Pentacles, a slow trudging walk of just dragging yourself out of bed and taking those first few steps and getting ourselves going, knowing full well that we are prepared for this journey. As soon as we start moving, we're going to kick it off. And before we know it, we're going to be running. We're going to be running the whole show, running the whole dream, chasing after it, with a whole lot more firepower and gumption than we ever even thought we had inside of us. This is going to bring some stress, some worries. Naturally, we're changing everything. We are making everything right now. That is not without struggle. That is not without strife. But overcoming our mental blocks and rooting ourselves in our spirituality right now, in our connection to the earth, to each other, to the great truths of the universe. That is what is going to pull you out of this bed, out of this nightmare, this nightmarish hellscape. Ouch. It's going to pull us up out of that, and it is going to elevate us. It is going to motivate us. Get to step in, Pisces. You're going to do some fantastic things. I thought this was going to be huge. Oh, wait, we have the story untold. I was like, I thought this was going to be huge. You know, like, we covered all that in 5 minutes. No. Now we have a story untold. The part that we're not going to share with everyone, how real the struggle is. This is what we tell people at the end, how hard it was and how we pulled ourselves together and we overcame our thoughts and our fears and our worries, and we pulled all of this great energy into ourselves. This is the story that we're going to tell one day. This is the part we're not going to tell. We're not going to go into these details with everybody. Some people maybe, but not everybody. Because internally, we're going through it, Pisces. What I had to do, the immense amount of physical cleaning I had to do to get here, that is a representation. Sorry, ringing in the ears. A little intense. That is a representation of how much work is really going into it. How much fight, how much struggle, how much we really have to push ourselves. It's not so pretty of a picture. So we're not going to paint that again when we tell our story. But because of everything that we have had to push through, we are going to be enlightened. We are going to see the world with brand new eyes, from a whole new perspective. Again, a slow but balanced walk. Steady, simple. We're racing towards that 10 of Pentacles, and we got 2 Pentacles underneath us as our wheels pushing us forward right now. 2 Pentacles is all we got, but we're going to make it work. We're going to use that infinite power of the 8 to propel ourselves, to give ourselves momentum regardless. Be on the lookout for that tower. We're ready. We're watching. We're waiting. We see it coming. We see this tower falling from a mile away, and we already know that this destruction is for good cause. We already know that this destruction is the final destruction, so that we have everything back down to ground zero where we can really build it up. Page of Swords, 10 swords. We don't necessarily feel like we have absolutely everything that we need. We don't feel as prepared as we look on the outside. How we might tell everyone we were so well prepared for this. We don't necessarily feel that prepared, but we do feel ready. We do feel brave. We do feel courageous. And we are willing to put an end to these cycles. Take that 9 of Swords that we have, glossed over. We reduced in story time. Because we had 10, really. It was 10 whole swords sticking in our backs. Like, we were beaten down to the ground. Dead. But when we tell the story later, it was 9 swords, it was a little struggle. It was a little stress. Sure, it was difficult. No, it was huge, and we felt super ill prepared for it. Oh, but 8 cups and 10 wands. We knew what we had to walk away from. We knew what we had to put death to. We knew what we had to end as that was contributing to our ill fate, our poor cycles, the situations that we knew. Again, we were watching it. See that tower falling over there? Yeah, we knew that was coming. We were watching, we were waiting. Now, cool guys don't look at explosions. They just walk away. Yes. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to pack up whatever we got, and we're going to venture out. Making choices. Queen of Cups. Attaining Queen of Cups is the first step to becoming the Empress. She is one of the 4 queens under this Empress's queendom. We're going to make some emotional decisions, and we are going to do it knowing that it is for our greatest good. The best good for everybody involved. We're going to lift up our own cup. The one that is right, the one that is true, the one that holds the best emotions for us. And we're going to dump out everything that is toxic, everything that is unneeded, everything that is poisonous to us. And no one will ever really know how hard it actually was for you. And that's okay. Because not everyone needs to see or understand everything that you had to go through to get to where you're going, to know that it was magnificently heroic. What an epic tale, Pisces. I am so glad that I put in the work to get here with you, to share this energy with you. Thank you. This is straight up inspiring. Let's get cleaning, Pisces. This full moon, use that power. We're still cleaning, we're still cleansing, we're still clearing, and we may not get every last little bit. There's always more shadow work to do, but let's get as much as we can done and make it into something. You're magic, Pisces. You're gonna do great. Just keep your head up, and we'll see you next time.